Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to our second and final live stream of today. We're on Microsoft Flight Simulator in the Cub Crafter X Cub near Barcelona. We're going to do a little aerial touring. We're going to take off here from the Sabadell Airport. And we're going to turn left. And we're going to head towards... Just to start off with, we're going to head towards the F1 circuit there. Kind of do a couple, fly around that, do some laps, so to speak. Good afternoon, Mick. And then we'll head towards Barcelona proper, fly along the coast a little bit, and have some story time. Why not? So, let's... get in here and get started. Got my microphone down this time. Everybody can hear me, I assume. So, not like earlier where I was talking for most of the time and didn't even realize my microphone wasn't even anywhere. Hello, Chris. How are you? All right. So, we'll get in here and get... So you'll remember this is the plane that we used the pontoons on and flew.
Orbit 237 altimeter tree 0.02 and 119 are at 5. Departure to the east approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 13. Cleared for takeoff.
This is not how we want things to go. We don't want yucky weather. We want nice, sunny Spanish weather. There we go. Let's just make sure we have everything ready for our assistant. There we go. And let's just have a look outside. So there's our little plane. Got this kind of funky looking paint scheme. I like it. Something different. I figured we'd break up the monotony and try to fly some different stuff today. All right. And away we go.
Orbit 237 continue for east departure. Sabadell Tower Orbit 237 continue for east departure.
Try to trim this out a little bit. I don't want to climb too high if I can help it. All right. Here we go. Head over to the F1 circuit there. Now, remember we did fly around Valencia. We found the, was it Valencia? Or we did find some of the other F1 circuits. The Portuguese Grand Prix circuit. So here's the Spanish Grand Prix circuit. I think there's more than one circuit in Spain that's been used for the Formula One Championship over the years. But this is the more well-known one, I think. Well, I cannot get this thing to stop climbing. So I did fly this last night just for a quick little trip. I think it should be fairly easy to land. Now, one of the things that I did notice, and I think it's a problem with all the planes that are technically what they call tail draggers, in that you land and if you hit the brakes even a little too hard, you'll find yourself nose in the ground. So I almost did it last night. What I'm noticing is you kind of have to let the plane kind of slow down on its own. Boy, I cannot get this thing. It's like the trim is just not wanting to.
Roger, orbit 237.
I feel like I'm having to really. Wanted to be a little bit closer to the ground, but anyway. So yeah, so when we land, we'll notice we're just gonna have to let the plane sort of run itself out, tire itself out, so to speak, and yeah, then we'll be able to kind of use the brakes a little bit more and slow down completely. Or I just have to tap the brake. I just have to tap the X button, and then that should work. What? This thing does not want to stop climbing. Stop climbing. So yeah, we'll kind of come around the circuit there. You could see it right there in front of us. You could kind of start to see the layout. Yep. No, we found another one before, Chris. We found the one that was used for the Portuguese Grand Prix, but I know Barcelona, the circuit Barcelona Catalunya is the one that's currently used, but I think there's other ones in Spain that have been used in the past. I can't, the name's on the tip of my tongue. Jerez. That's the one. We got to find that one too. That's the other one. Jerez or Jerez. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but yeah, that one.
7540 is passing 10,100 feet, descending 6,300 feet.
Yep, there's the circuit. Catalunya, Barcelona, Catalunya. Now it's interesting because it used to always be called Circuit de Catalunya. But we got to find Jerez, or Jerez, however it's pronounced. We have to find that one day. So we'll come around here. See, even down there it says Circuit de Catalunya on the, I think still on the corner marker there. Easily identifiable for TV viewers. All right. There's some really interesting history about the area. There's a bit of dispute over the history of how the city was started. Yeah, very, very interesting area here. It's the second largest city of Spain. which I thought was kind of interesting. I thought it was much larger than that. But it is the head of the independent region of Catalonia, or Catalonia, depending on how you say it. We get a little bit better view here. Come over the main straight there and doing a flyover of the circuit here. Yeah, really, really fast circuit. Some sharp corners there. Fast corners, some a little bit slow, but generally it's a pretty fast circuit. I know on Forza Motorsport 7 you can run the different versions of the track. You could have the shorter version where you hit that quick right there. Yeah, lots of different, a couple different variations. Alright, so there was that. Beautiful track. It took me a while to find it. I had to look it up on Google and then try to find it based on the way that the roads are presented, and look for like just some different clues in the terrain and everything to find the circuit. Yeah, just a really kind of a... It seems like it's got a bit of everything here. Now, Barcelona, of course, is home to two football teams. I think it's FC Barcelona and... I think isn't there two teams in Barcelona? FC Barcelona and... Is it Barcelona City or something like that? Or Sporting? Or maybe I'm thinking of somewhere else. But yeah, I think they have two large, FC Barcelona, of course, is I think the more well-known, kind of like they're the Man United of Spain. Yeah, football is very popular in Spain, of course. Very, very popular.
Ryanair 7540 climb and maintain 6,300 feet.
Yep, that's it. Real Madrid and Barcelona. Real Madrid is the one that's, I think, is the more... That's the Man City or Manchester United version in Spain. Real Madrid. Yep, that's it. I remember I watched them. It was Madrid and Barcelona playing against one another. Oh, I was so wanting Barcelona to win, and of course Real Madrid was certainly the far better team. But I would have, just like when you see Man United play, and you're just like, you want whoever's playing against them to win, even if it's not your favorite team. I wish I'd had time when I was in Lloret de Mar to have gone to Barcelona and actually seen some of it when I was there. So, yeah. Wish I could have done that. Anyway, story time. So, here we go. So, many moons ago, when I was in Germany, we had it was I think it was like middle of the week. It might have been a Tuesday or Wednesday night, and one of my friends and I at the time, we now this is when we were still in Heilbronn. We hadn't gone over to Neckarsulm yet. Ooh boy, I'm way low. Like all of a sudden, all that trimming out finally took effect. Well, at least we're getting a nice view of the city, or this area here. So anyway, so we were at the club there on post. They considered it an all-ranks club. So my friend and I went over there just to have a few beers and just, you know, relax, hang out. The next day we were on schedule to, at least I was. I don't remember if he was or not, but I had to take a PT test. Which means, you know, push-ups, sit-ups, 2-mile run. That's the one, Atletico Madrid. Thank you, Chris. That's the one who I was rooting for against Real. I knew there had to have been like another one that's like, they're not as popular, but they're, you know, they're, anyway. So, what was it? Okay, so we went to the club on post, right? And just to have a few beers, you know, we're just going to hang out for a little bit, and then, you know, go back to our barracks rooms and have, you know, get some sleep and all that in preparation for the, well, it looks like there's the train station right here. Look at that. You know, in preparation for the PT test the next day. Well, one of the guys in the unit was leaving. He was going back stateside, and so he was having a little going away party, right? And had he came over to our table and said, "Hey, you know, this is my going away thing. I bought a bottle of MD 2020, which is this." You know, there's different flavors, and of course the most famous one is the grape flavor. Now, I'd never tried it's MD 2020, but a lot of people call it Mad Dog 2020. And it's basically fermented grape juice. And it's got a very powerful alcohol content because of fermentation process, right? So, very just, you know, it doesn't hit you at first, but it does, you know, like you could drink it and you're just like, oh, that's good, no big deal, and then, but you feel it later on. So anyway, you know, he brought a bottle over and he was like, look, you know, I don't want to waste this, you know, I can't give it back to the bar, I can't get my money back, so here you guys go. So my friend and I looked at each other like, oh, what the heck, why not? We'll down this bottle and we'll call it a night. So we're drinking the MD 2020 and beers, which was probably not the smartest choice in the world, but you know, when you're young and stupid, you don't really think about those sorts of things. So we're just having a blast, you know, we're just getting drunk and all that, and I'm not even thinking, after a while, I'm not even thinking of the fact that I got to take a PT test in the morning. You know, I'm just like, oh, whatever. So we drink, and we finish off the bottle. Well, then he brings over a second one. So at that point, you know, it was just like, okay, well, we're already, you know, pretty deep into our alcohol intake. Why not continue? Which again was not a smart idea. It was probably borderline dangerous. Either one of us could have, with the amount we drank that night, we could have easily one of us could have ended up with alcohol poisoning or you know, been really, really sick to our stomachs. So of course we finished that one off, and then by then it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Like I don't know why. Of course back then, you know, drinking was the accepted drug of choice, so to speak, in the military. You know, of course nothing else was. You know, when I first arrived in Germany, drinking and arriving the next day for duty pretty much legally drunk was almost accepted, if not downright encouraged in a way. Like when I got there, the first sergeant major in charge, he was notorious for his alcohol consumption. And if you were at the club and he was at the club and something kicked off and you didn't fight and he found out you were there and didn't fight, you were going to be in more trouble than if you had fought. It's just this weird sort of mentality, right? So we get back to the barracks. You know, at this point, it's like I'm only going to get a few hours sleep if I'm lucky. I don't get sick to my stomach, although I thought I was at one point. But I'm like, okay, I kind of just brushed it off, you know, so to speak, without getting too descriptive, and went to bed. Passed out. Woke up because, you know, in the morning, it wasn't that you were expected to have an alarm clock. The charge of quarters for the barracks, what they call the CQ, somebody who's there on duty in the barracks goes by, and what you do is you grab one of the balls off the pool table and use that. And you're just knocking on people's door, telling everybody to wake up. Right? That was your alarm clock. So, anyway, so I get dressed and everything, and I'm just like, oh, I got to take this. I thought for sure when I went to formation, I'm like, there's no way I'm going to do this PT test. I'm going to get sick. I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, oh, you know, well, I'll just do whatever I can and go from there. Right? I'll just, you know, if I don't pass, I don't pass, and I'll deal with the repercussions afterwards. Well, I do the push-ups. I pass the push-ups. So I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to lose it on the sit-ups. Do the sit-ups. No issues. I'm like, okay, now I'm definitely going to lose it on the run because it's like 8 laps around this square that signified 2 miles, right? And it was around our motor pool where predominantly most of our trucks were parked and locked up at. I set off, and I'm just like, okay, I'm not feeling too terrible, but I'm like, at any moment it's going to hit me probably about half, you know, after the first mile, my stomach's going to go like, no, I'm done. And I'm just going to bleh everything out. And I pass. And I'm like, there's no way in the world I should have passed. Absolutely no way. But I did. And so we now I'm still, in theory, I think, if I had been given a breathalyzer test at that moment, at any course during the day, I think I would have probably been legally drunk on duty. Now, the sergeant major I told you guys about just a moment ago, the one that was the notorious partier, he had left, and we'd gotten somebody in who was not so... He didn't particularly care too much for the abuse of alcohol in the Army. Like, he did not like that. There's a football stadium right there. I wonder if that's Barcelona's. Or maybe that looks like a school. Yeah, that might be University of Barcelona there. Wow, look at that. Let's go swing by that castle up there on the hill. So anyway, we get through the morning, and it's lunchtime, and of course I'm hungry because I'm like, I got to eat something.
Traffic is 8 o'clock, 4 miles at 2,900 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Sure, I see him.
Orbit 237 have the traffic.
So anyway, so later that day, we get called into the the top of the barracks was like a classroom / place you could have meetings and whatnot. So we all cram into these rooms, and Sergeant Major comes in, and he's pissed, right? he's just like, things are not going well, and I'm tired of it. You know, I've been watching what's happening, and I'm, you know, enough is enough. And we're all looking around at each other like, okay, what's he upset about? Like, what's happened that has caused him to feel this way? And he basically said, I am no longer going to tolerate people showing up drunk on duty from here on out. And my buddy and I look at each other like, oh shit, this is it. We're in deep trouble now. And he said, from this day forward, I'm authorizing the first sergeants to administer breathalyzer tests at first formation, meaning PT, physical fitness formation. And if you blow over a certain limit, you're legally drunk on duty, and I'm going to drop the hammer on you. And my buddy and I looked at each other like all wide-eyed, because we thought for sure he was going to do it right then and there, and he was going to call on both of us for whatever reason, that we were going to be the targets that day for his, you know, we were going to be the guinea pig, so to speak, and we were going to be made an example of. But when he said, okay, as of tomorrow morning from here on out, until you're told otherwise, this is what's going to happen. And we were just like, oh man, we felt like we got away scot-free, although I don't know, but yeah, his attitude was way different. He didn't tolerate, you know, like if you wanted to go out and have a good time, that's fine. But the abuse of alcohol, he didn't particularly care for it. He thought it was one of the bigger problems that we face in the military, that it was tolerated because it was alcohol. What's the big deal? You know. So yeah. That's but yeah, we thought for sure that was going to be it, and we'd be, you know, on the doo-doo list for quite some time until we had proven that we learned our lesson. But I mean, it seemed like the partying slowed down during the week, especially because that's when it was happening the most. People would just go out and still get stupid drunk during the week, and then figure, well, I'm going to go report for duty, and you know, it'll be fine. You know, because back then, you know, if you were drunk or whatever, you just went to your immediate supervisor and was like, hey, you know, not feeling too hot, can I just go sleep for a while? And you know, if there was really nothing major going on, they'd be like, yeah, go ahead, I'll come get you at lunchtime. You know, but yeah, they didn't want that to happen anymore. So there we are. There's story time. But yeah, people, it was bad. Like, people would show up just reeking of alcohol from the night before. You know, you go running and you're just sweating it out, and it's just like, oh. Yeah, not good. I really, you know, I do regret. One of my biggest regrets is that I spent more time partying. And I should have been spending more time traveling, really. You know, going to different places in Europe and seeing all these sites, because we were perfectly located. We were in the southern part of Germany. France wasn't very far. Spain certainly wasn't very far. I should have been traveling way, way more than I did. And I wish I had, because I think I would have seen a lot of interesting sites, taken a lot more pictures and all that, you know. But you know, when it's what everybody else is doing, you just kind of fall in with it. Not that that's the right answer, but You know, I knew plenty of people that just, they saved their money, or the only thing that they spent money on was their stereo systems. So, you know, if it wasn't alcohol, then it was stereo systems was the other thing that most people spent their money on in Germany. Because you know, I think I was telling you guys before, you could put together a fantastic stereo system in Germany, and you had all the latest equipment, all the latest speakers, everything. And you could have tape decks, the reel-to-reel, you could have turntables and all this stuff. But yeah, it was either you did that or you just drank your money away. And I wish I had drank less and traveled more. Even if I had to go on my own, which they always encourage you to travel in groups, but yeah, I would have liked to have seen more of Europe while I was there, and do so soberly, you know. But yeah, so there's the main airport there in Barcelona. We won't request landing there. We'll go back to the one that we took off from there in a little bit. So yeah, we used to get like once a month we'd have battalion runs. So you got like 700-800 guys in a formation running through the vineyards there near Heilbronn, and we'd just be so wasted. We'd be foolish about it, like, oh, you know, try not to get sick during the battalion run. And then if they really wanted to test you, you went, you grabbed the guidon, this huge flag, the battalion one. It's got all these battle streamers from World War II and stuff like that. And you run around the whole formation with it without falling down or passing out afterwards. And it's the stupidest thing ever. Really, it truly is. And it's just like the things that I did that just weren't very smart. But I mean, I have fond memories pretty much of my time in Germany, but I wish I had more memories of traveling and seeing different parts of the world and experiencing different places and all that. You know, could have gone to Belgium and then taken the boat across the channel to the UK, and you know, oh well, because I don't think the channel had been built yet. That's how far back it was. I think they were still trying to figure out how to do it all. Well, you know what? Let's just go up this way just a bit, and then we'll turn back in over these hills. Yeah, Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. Oh, I hated Real Madrid. Hated them. Not that I'm a big football fan, but they were just like they just seemed like to win everything, you know? And it was like you just wanted somebody to go in there, especially an underdog like Atletico, and just beat the pants off of them. You know, give them a little what for, and maybe a little chin music, you know. I gotta look up to see where, see if I can figure out where the Jerez. Where is that at? Oh, that was for the European Grand Prix. Map. Oh, wow, that is... Oh. Oh, okay. I see what it is. We'll have to do a trip around there. Seville. Oops.
Lufthansa 1128, you are 16 miles north. Climb and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right approach via Sierra Lima Lima transition. Clear to
That's
Sierra
the
Lima Lima.
nifty little plane. Now the cool thing about this is it's got autopilot and everything in it.
Climb and maintain 6,300 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 right approach via Sierra Lima Lima transition. Clear to Sierra Lima Lima Lufthansa 1128.
So yeah, you got a little autopilot system there. Come back along the coast here. I wanted to fly a little bit towards those, this looks like a dirt racing track or something, kind of. Well, I think it's a mining operation, but the way that those roads are designed, you could go, like, do, you know, race motocross bikes or something through there. I'm sure some people have thought about it before. Probably very dangerous, though. Yeah, it looks like mining operations. I don't know what stone or whatever you're looking for here. Huh. Interesting. It's a dirt factory. That's what I call it. The dirt factory. What do you do? I make dirt. Well, I thought the earth made dirt. Oh, I make better dirt. Nice port area there for yachts and such. Got another one down here. I'm sure there's some really good people go out on the Mediterranean, just go sailing for the day, or yeah, look at that. We'll just do a quick run down the coast here, and then we'll get ready to land. Yeah, do check out. I don't want to read the history. Do Google the history of Barcelona and just have a read. It's very fascinating. Romans were here. Catholics, Jewish, Muslim. I mean, it's like almost everybody's been through Barcelona in one way or another. Why not? I thought I... Huh. Must have accidentally put the flat down or something. So tomorrow we're going from Calais to Antwerp, Belgium, in the 350i. Matter of fact, you know what? I got the time. You know, let's call in and land this thing, and then we'll go do that flight. What the heck? Why not?
Sabadell Tower orbit 23717 miles southwest, 2,300 feet to land.
Orbit 237 Sabadell Tower. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er to wind 269er at tree.
I salute you, Sabadell Tower.
31.
Give you the crusty old salute. There you go.
Clear to land runway tree 1.
Enter left base runway tree 1 orbit 237.
Yeah, let's go fly to Antwerp. How about it? It's Thursday. It's Thursday. It's not Friday, but it's Thursday. I see, it looks like boats down here, but I thought this would be kind of like connected out to the Mediterranean. This is like some sort of inland boating area, it seems. Huh. Kind of weird. Or maybe it's something else. I don't know. Yeah, let's go fly the 350i. We'll plug all that in and we'll go to Antwerp from Calais. Should be a quick flight. Get a twofer on Thursday. It's 2 for Thursday. Two streams for the price of one. How about that? Can't beat that, huh? We're doing a little bit of aerial touring. I like to go. I would like to visit Barcelona one day. I don't know about going to the F1 race, but well, if there was a historic F1 race, I'd definitely be there for that. Yes, sirree. I think we took off from runway 31, isn't it? No, I didn't write it down which tower, or which direction of the runway we were flying out of, so... Sorry about the ambulance in the background there. I think it's either an ambulance or something's going on. Who knows? Yeah, and then what we'll do for we'll bump up Brussels to De Gaulle in the CJ4 for tomorrow. And then we're set for Saturday. We're I forget where we're flying from and to, in the Spitfire, and then yeah, we'll just move some things up. That's all. So there we go. We'll see if we can't put this thing on the ground nice and easy. Hopefully everybody enjoyed that part of it. It'd be really ideal, fly into Barcelona and spend some time around here and then go up to Lloret de Mar. No, the chat is super quiet today. I guess it's about time for kids to be coming home from school and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm thinking about doing then, because with that an hour and a half break or so, give or take, once we conclude our F2 races, I wonder if that's just too long of a break. And then, you know, that 2 o'clock is, you know, you only got so much time before then it's time for the kids to come home from school and all that. So maybe tomorrow what we'll do, we'll do Monza, and then we'll go to maybe we'll just have a short break and go flying. Yeah, maybe a 20-minute break or something like that. Just enough time for me to use the restroom and go get the streams reset. You know, update all the stream information and all that. Yeah, let's try that tomorrow. But I'm happy we've wrapped up the championship already. So we'll just enjoy the races, the last few races. So it'll be one tomorrow, and there's 2 left. So we'll do one on Monday and one on Wednesday, and then we'll. Wednesday, after we wrap up that one, we'll do the we'll sign with Scuderia AlphaTauri, and then Thursday will be our first race with them for the Formula One season. So we'll start it all over and see if we can secure a championship. I think I'm going to leave the AI where it is. There's enough of a challenge, but it's not too terribly bad. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just leave things the way they are. So looking forward to later. Chris and Mick and Pulse will be on ATS. Probably one long trip and maybe a couple short ones. Just looking forward to that. It's a very short approach here. So I'm just going to go ahead and get some flaps down now, just to get our plane slowed down a little bit. Preparation for entry into the pattern here. Landing lights on. Yeah, neat little plane here, I think. Tail dragger with all the modern amenities. The Carnage Convoy. Well, it'll be entertaining, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to Spitfire Saturday. I think Mick's going to be otherwise engaged, so he's going to have a lot of videos to catch up on when he gets back. There's our airport. Try to practice landing from this location. Try not to utilize the outside camera if we can help it. Right. Yeah, there we go. All right, just wanted to double check to make sure we weren't uh-oh. Might have gotten off the throttle a little too early there. That's okay. Now this is the tricky part right here.
Orbit 237, exit runway when able. Orbit 237, contact ground on 121.
There we go. Not too
121
shabby.
decimal 6 for orbit 237. Sabadell ground, orbit 237, request taxi to parking.
Orbit 237 taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway
Wasn't a
Alpha
bad landing at all.
237.
Now we just got to be able to do that in the Spitfire on Saturday. Alright, so there's that done. I really do like this paint scheme on this plane. The wings are... I like the look of that. There we go. battery off. 49 minutes. There we go. All right. Main menu, 350i. There we go. And we'll put on the orbit livery. LFAC. And we're taking off from runway 06. This way. And we're going to Antwerp, landing at runway 29. Perfect. Oops. IFR flight. Yep. And approach is ILS 29. There's our approach. Oops. Didn't want to do that. So there's our flight plan. All right, so yep, we're going to go report there, come around, line up, put this thing on the ground, and we'll wrap this up. So let's get going.
Calais traffic orbit 237 taking off runway 06 east departure.
Why would it say east departure? All right, let's get the weather changed. Sure. That's all set. 9,000 feet. There we go. Let's turn that on. Turn those off. Brakes off. All right, looks like we are all set. Away we go. Adios, Calais. Oops.
Paris Center, orbit 237 is at 600 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
Orbit 237, Paris Center, altimeter 29.9 continue to Mike Kilo as planned.
Going to get popcorn for tomorrow night at some point. Oh, Astroneer. Yep. Just a quick jaunt out over the channel there. Grand Fort Philippe. I wonder what that's. Huh. Okay. Truck back to the right here a little bit. There we go. I'm being assisted today by First Officer Mick since he was the first one in the stream today. Although I reckon he's a bit busy at the moment. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be in the CJ4. We're going from Brussels to De Gaulle. Should be a nice flight. Saturday we're doing the Spitfire. Sunday, De Gaulle to Bordeaux in the CJ4. Monday, Berlin to Warsaw in the CJ4. Tuesday, I said the 737 MAX, but I think we're gonna do the we're gonna go to the A320 and fly that from Bangor, Maine to Newark, New Jersey. Should be about an hour flight, maybe a little bit more, give or take. And I'm looking forward to the trekking tonight. That's going to be fun, I think. And let's see, yeah, so we got some good flights planned coming up. So I'm here making sure we got cameras, chargers, tidying up, make sure we don't come back to a crap hole, make sure fish have enough food. Oh, okay, Mick, that's fine. Yep, First Officer Mick is busy. Ooh, I wonder if we'll hear from Air France. Come on, give me Air France. want to hear from the posh airline, Air France. Pulse doesn't know about Air France. So yeah, we're only flying on Tuesday, remember that.
Orbit 237, contact Brussels Center on 125.0.
You got it, Paris.
125.0.
Merci
for
beaucoup.
Orbit 237. Brussels Center, orbit 237, 9,000 feet.
Orbit 237
That's the
Brussels
only
Center
thing I think I know
altimeter
road to say.
200.2
Except for
continuous
Parlez-vous
fuel
Français.
fuel limit planned.
Looking forward to trucking tonight and
Brussels Center, Ryanair
chatting to the
145,
chatters.
flight left 240, descending 9,000 feet.
Ryanair 145, 6 Brussels Center, continue as planned.
Sound cut off there for a second. Oh, a little too fast there.
Brussels Center, Emirates 40 is passing flight level 350, descending 10,000 feet.
Emirates 40 Brussels Center, continue as planned.
Anyways. Do. Let's see if we can make our pilot dizzy. Oh. We don't want to make our pilot dizzy. Well, just trudging along here. We'll be on the ground in Antwerp pretty soon. So hopefully everybody's enjoyed today's flying. If you have, please do leave us a thumbs up. It's all greatly appreciated. Alright. No. Okay, well, there we are. Had to take care of something expeditiously and forthwith. And all that may entail.
Contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175. Good day. Ryanair 145, 6 US 6, 4 miles west. Descend
excuse
and
me.
maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 left approach via Foxtrot Lima Oscar transition. Cleared to Foxtrot Lima Oscar. 119.175, Kenya 100.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 left approach via Foxtrot Lima Oscar transition. Clear to Foxtrot Lima Oscar Ryanair 1456.
I wonder if any new episodes of Grantchester have come out on Amazon Prime yet. Hello, Bex. How are you? Long time no see. What was it, last night in Pulse's Borderlands extravaganza? Hope you're doing well. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. You missed the flight around Barcelona already. I just threw this in as a extra. So we're on our way from, we just took off from Calais. We're landing here in Antwerp pretty soon. So I guess you got here around about the right time. Get to see our fun approach, and we'll put this thing on the ground. We'll wrap the stream up and put a tight little bow on top. It's been rather quiet in the chat. Chris has been quiet. Mick's been quiet. I think the sound of the engine's putting everybody to sleep.
Kenya 100, contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175. Good day.
I think everybody's ready for the weekend already.
119.175 for Kenya 100.
That makes a change. Yeah. I know, huh? Well, I guess everybody will be more chatty tonight in the trucking stream. Suddenly everybody will get their second wind and so
Orbit 237 descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
just 8,000, really?
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, orbit
Are you
237.
sure? Okay, if you say so. I think it'd be more than 8,000 feet, but so yep, quick reminder, Monza first, and then we're flying Brussels to De Gaulle. For Friday. Saturday will be Spitfire Saturday.
Alpine 7930, contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175. Good day.
Alright, let's get our... throw on the landing lights so they know we're...
Going to 119.175 Alpine 7930.
We're serious about landing. Go to the shop and then get my popcorn for tomorrow's carnage. I mean tomorrow's stream. I thought the carnage was today, not tomorrow.
Orbit 237 traffic is 4 o'clock 2 miles at 12,000 feet generic. Report them in sight.
Orbit 237 have the
Sure, I see him. I see him right there. Look at that. I actually do see him this
Ryanair
time.
1456 traffic is 9 o'clock 2 miles at 8,000 feet Beechcraft King Air. Report them in sight.
I see that plane. Come on, dude. If I could see you, you could definitely see me. I salute you, Ryanair 1456. Bless you. Say I'm looking forward to tonight's mayhem. Yeah, I think there's going to be more mayhem tonight than tomorrow. I think tonight's going to be the, especially on that first trip when you guys do a long distance for the first one. That's when the silliness happens and you get the numpty AI trying to run you off the road and cause damage and such. All right, so we're gonna Past this marker, we're going to pass over the airfield or airport, whatever you want to call it, and then we're going to get we're going to turn, make a couple of right turns, and we'll line up and be ready to dance.
Ryanair 145, 6 contact Brussels approach on 120.105. Good day. Ryanair 29er, 260 or 29er miles west. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 left approach via Foxtrot Lima Oscar transition. Clear to Foxtrot Lima Oscar. Top Swiss 1355 contact Amsterdam Center on 119.175. Good day.
decimal 105 for Ryanair 1456. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect ILS Yankee runway 25 left approach via Foxtrot Lima Oscar transition. Cleared to Foxtrot Lima Oscar Ryanair 2926.
Orbit 237 descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
I can do that.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, orbit 237.
Going to 119.175 top Swiss 1355.
I do think we may have to do another tour of London. I think some of the bridges in London are high enough. We might be able to skirt. I might have to do a test flight in London along the Thames River there and see how many bridges we could get under. I might have to do that sometime today. Pardon me. Even I have popcorn for tomorrow night. Mick, you're going to be too busy taking care of business to be eating popcorn, Mick. You gotta keep Bex on the schedule. You know?
Orbit 237, you are 5 miles west. Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 29er approach via Alpha November Tango transition. Clear to Alpha November Tango.
Descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Expect ILS
Now
runway
Bex has got to
29er
get popcorn.
approach via Alpha November Tango transition.
Everybody's
Clear
going to be
Alpha
sitting around
November
eating
Tango,
popcorn.
orbit
Nothing's going to get
237.
done. Alright, there's our airport right there.
Ryanair 29er, 26 contact Brussels approach on 120.105. Good day.
Yep, we're going to track.
Going to 120.105 Ryanair 29er 26.
Just a minor track to the right. Just a little smidge. Just a pinch to the right. Got a nice view of our runway and everything. Looks like we gotta go turn off there or go all the way to the end and then turn off. We might just coast all the way to the end. So I'm all sorted. Oh boy.
Brussels Center Transavia 502 tree is at flight level 185 descending 10,000 feet. Transavia 502 tree Brussels Center, continue as planned.
Stress release as well. Well, no, he won't have to worry about that because he's not playing FIFA until he gets back. So I think
237 descend and maintain 1,500 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots.
Descend and maintain 1,500 feet. Keep speed not above 185 knots. Orbit 237.
we're well below 185, so.
Orbit 237, you are 5 miles east of Antwerp. Contact tower on 135.0.
Thank you, Brussels Center. You've been awesome.
Tower on 135.0.
Oh,
orbit
Chris.
237. Tower orbit 237, 6
Oh,
miles
boy.
east, inbound ILS runway 29er approach.
Orbit 237 tower. Altimeter 29er.9er, 2 wind 268 at 3. Cleared ILS, runway 29er approach.
Cleared ILS runway 29er approach orbit 237.
Hands are too cold to write. What? How is that possible? What happened there?
Orbit 237, wind 268 at 3. Cleared to land runway 29er.
Cleared to land runway 29er orbit 237.
There we go. The Death Star has locked in. School run, I think. Oh. Maybe. I hate when my hands are cold. I hate being cold in general. Well, we're on approach to Antwerp. On behalf of myself and First Officer Mick, we hope you've enjoyed today's flight. We'll be on the ground in Antwerp momentarily.
500.
Just have a look here. One more marker. We'll cut the autopilot loose. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Ooh, that wasn't the touchdown I was hoping for. Oh, there we go. Oh. Front landing gear.
7 exit runway when able.
Didn't even touch the ground. Well, welcome to Antwerp, everybody.
Orbit 237 contact ground on 121.905.
Going to 121.905 orbit 237. Ground orbit 237 request taxi to parking.
Going to 121.905 orbit 237.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha 2 Alpha 1 orbit 237. Going to 121.905 orbit 237.
Well, we don't have far to taxi. Lucky us. All right, take care, Bex. You're just in time anyway. We're gonna end the stream here as soon as we park here in Antwerp and call it a day. Oh, that's interesting. Well, there we are.
Oral warning.
All right, let's get the battery off here. There we go. All right. There it is. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I will see you all tomorrow. Monza F2. We've already secured the championship. Now we're just going to have some fun. See if we can't run a few people off the road. See if we can't help the teammate score a few more points. Anyway, that's going to be it. I will see you all later. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday.